This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the Ben & Jerry's Dough-ble chocolate cookie dough twist ice cream. Chocolate ice cream with a swirly chocolate cookie dough center and chocolatey chunks. Alright, let's jump right into this. I bought this for €5.69 at my local Globus. Pause if you want to read the ingredients list in German right here. Pause it if you want to read it in French, pause it if you want to read it in Dutch, and pause if you want to read the nutrition table right there. Let's zoom out just a little bit and get this plastic off of here. Have they changed that plastic ring? I thought there was only one perforated line on there previously. So we've got a bit of ice right here, which is well, the shop's fault, not really the manufacturer's, I think, in this case at least. And it looks all right. Yeah, this right here is certainly not common. I haven't seen something like that before, but yeah, it looks all right. It is something different, makes it a bit more interesting, I guess. Now let's take our yellowed IKEA cutting board and slice this in half. Where do I cut it? I think I cut it right here. Let's get this done. Oh yeah. That whatever it's called, like cookie dough or chocolatey core, that is making this process right here a bit more difficult than usual. Always scared to obliterate this blade, but I think we got through. Let's see. Yeah, we actually did. Oh, all right. Good. Now this is the cross section of this, and I'm not sure which half I should take, because right here you can see that the actual tornado of chocolatey mass is kind of offset from the center, but I think I'm going to take the left one, and the right half is going back into the freezer. I'll be back with you in just a second. Alright, I'm back at the desk. Let's take a closer look at this particular ice cream treat, that particular dessert. Now, this one right here is overall a little bit simpler than many of the other Ben & Jerry's ice creams we have had before. We just have that chocolate ice cream, that chocolate cookie dough insert or tornado, and we've got the chocolatey chunks, which are, yeah, they are quite hard. This right here is already melting quite quickly. I guess it's yeah, because it's actually cookie dough or chocolate cookie dough. What's it called? Chocolate cookie dough center. Yeah, it's going to be a bit different when it comes to the consistency. It didn't look quite like cookie dough though, I've got to say, at first glance. Now let's take a quick spoonful of this. Let's see. Yeah, consistency wise it's fine. Really don't have anything to complain in that regard. Let's take a bit of that chocolate. Close-up shot of that. Color wise it's very much like a lighter nougat, something like that. Yeah, not very dark, but I guess they want to have a contrast from this cookie dough center and the outside ice cream. Now for chocolate ice cream, this right here tastes okay. It does remind me much more of chocolate milk than it does of chocolate ice cream. I do prefer this kind of like milky chocolate ice cream though over regular chocolate ice cream, I've got to say. At least at this point in time. So now let's take a quick spoonful of that chocolate cookie dough. On the outside it's melted, it melts quite quickly. On the inside right here it is a bit more grainy, a bit more frosty. Maybe you can even hear that, but I do not think that the microphone picks it up too well. Let's see how this is. Now this chocolate cookie dough does taste different than I expected, that is for sure. It kind of tastes like regular dark brownie dough. Comes very, very close to that. But there is also something different. Something not caramelly, but something that I didn't really expect in here. Let's take another one. Another spoonful of this cookie dough tornado. Consistency is certainly interesting. I mean, usually cookie dough pieces are small. This right here is a bit more massive, almost a chocolate cookie dough hurricane. Now, when it comes to the consistency of that cookie dough tornado on the inside, it is certainly grainy, like cookie dough in ice cream usually is. It's got a certain different kind of graininess though. It's not as coarse. It feels a lot finer, and it does remind me, at least when it comes to the flavor of this thing. Aside from that regular chocolate and chocolate cookie dough stuff, it feels like that there is a certain kind of fruity-ish cane sugar in here. Something else is in here. At first I thought it was caramel, but it doesn't really taste like caramel. It tastes very much like stuff that's usually sweetened with cane sugar. I do not think that cane sugar would taste any different if it was, prepared properly and cleaned properly. But maybe it's just something that I associate with stuff that contains cane sugar. Yeah, it's got a certain kind of sweetness and fruitiness of a sweetened cocktail. It's weird, something odd to describe it as, but it really reminds me of that. Alright, so far so good. I think I'm going to finish this off and I'll be back with you in just a second. The consumption process is now complete and I'm ready to give my points overview regarding this particular ice cream. The first impression was fine. I don't think there was anything wrong with it when we took the top off and sliced it through. It was fine overall, nothing to complain, and that's really all I can say about that. Same goes for the color. Lighter ice cream by itself, and the really dark chocolate cookie dough swirl, whatever, center, that tornado of that thing. Yeah, that was interestingly dark, much darker than I expected, but it was nice overall. I gave it a bit of a play with the brown tones. Consistency and texture-wise, same thing in that regard. The only thing I think they could have done differently would have been to extend that cookie dough core a little bit. Maybe make it swirl on the outside too. Maybe make a bit of a spiral when they fill up this entire thing, because the outside of this ice cream is a tiny bit boring when you actually get through it. The inside doesn't last forever, and there is much more of that cookie dough center on top than it is on the bottom, which makes it, a bit boring at times. Taste-wise, it was really nice though. Nothing to complain about it. The cookie dough core on the inside, it certainly had that chocolate flavor. That graininess was nice as well, but there was that odd kind of fruity flavor to it that reminded me of like cocktails with sugar cane and stuff like that, which is something I certainly did not expect, but I really did enjoy that. The outside ice cream, the chocolate ice cream, really reminded me of chocolate milk, much lighter than I expected in this particular ice cream product. And yeah, on the outside, right here on the very top of it, it does look a bit, not exactly like I would expect it to look when I now know what it looks on the inside. But overall, very nice. The same thing really goes for the chocolate pieces that were scattered all around it. Very crunchy. I didn't really take a close-up shot of those during the tasting portion of this video, which is a bit unfortunate, but I can assure you that they have been large enough in size, and they have been crunchy and they tasted decent, and yeah, don't really have anything to complain about in that regard. Same goes for the realization. Really, they kind of gave us what they said they would. I think they could have made it a bit more twisty and actually had like I said, a spiral of that cookie dough center in here. That would have been a bit nicer. Now everything was kind of concentrated at the very top, and the bottom didn't really get too much of that fun. Maybe they can change that up, but that would be that. So on a scale from 1 to 10, this particular product gets an 8.5, and I think on this it is time to end. If you've got a question or a video suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye bye.